Hey, Margie here. Welcome to the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up podcast, the show that helps Christian moms prioritize their physical and mental health so they can boldly step into God's calling. I'm your host, Margie Ruiz. Hey, Margie here. Welcome to another episode of the Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up podcast. Have you ever been in a season where you feel completely lost? Like you truly have no idea how things are going to work out, but you knew you just have to keep moving forward. Maybe you're in that season right now. You feel like you're walking through fog, trying to trust that God has a plan, but let's be honest. It's hard when you can't see the whole picture. Today, we're talking about trusting God when you can't see the whole path. Because friend, just because you don't see the way doesn't mean God isn't leading you. Before we dive in, I created a free worksheet for this episode to help you work through what's keeping you stuck and start trusting God's plan in a deeper way. Grab it below or at margieruiz.com. The verse of the week is Psalm 37, 23 through 24. The Lord makes firm the steps of the one who delights in him. Though he may stumble, he will not fall, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. Even when you don't know where the next step is leading, God does. And if you stay close to him, he will not let you fall. I love this quote from Philip Yancey. Faith means trusting in advance, while will only make sense in reverse. How true is that? Hindsight 2020, right? So many times in life, things don't make sense in the moment. But when we look back, we can see how God was working in ways we never expected. I want to share a personal story with you. I call it my rocking chair moment. All you moms remember those first few weeks with no sleep, painful feeding sessions, and feeling like a walking pacifier, especially with the firstborn. I was so lost and confused. I will share that my baby had to be born for me to walk away from a bad situation. See, I could put up with things for myself, but for my baby, no way. It was a hard decision. The last thing I wanted to be was a divorced single mom at 25. But there I was, contemplating leaving. It was over. I knew it, he knew it, everyone around us knew it. But leaving a bad situation that you're used to is hard. And even harder when you're holding a newborn in your arms. I remember rocking my baby to sleep, tears streaming down my face, thinking, what the heck am I going to do now? And even worse, who will ever want me now that I have a son? I was scared, but God always sends angels. I truly was numb, but my best friend from high school, who has always had my back, arranged everything for me. My sister paid for my move because I couldn't afford it. My job had paid for me to move to Miami a couple years earlier, and now I had to find a way to get myself back to Texas. Honestly, at that moment, all I knew was that my maternity leave was about to end and I had no one to watch my baby boy. There was no choice. I had to go home. I remember asking God, is this really what you want for me? I wanted an answer. I wanted clarity. I didn't get one. I just had to trust. When I tell you that you have to trust even though you cannot see the whole path, I have been there. And God is faithful. He carried me through. Now, 27 years later, I have 3 other kids. And next month, my new husband and I will celebrate 25 years of marriage. There's no way I could have envisioned this future sitting in that rocking chair at 25 years old. But God's plans are always greater than ours. Here are your 3 clicks for trusting God when you can't see the whole path. Click 1, wake up. Recognize that fear doesn't mean stop. So often we hesitate to take the next step because we can't see what's ahead. We wait for clarity before we move. But faith doesn't work like that. Think about Abraham. God told Abraham to leave his homeland to go to a place he would show him. Not a detailed plan, not a mapped out itinerary, just a promise that God would lead him. And let's be real, Abraham had his doubts. Sarah even laughed at him when he told him God's promise that she would have a child in her old age. Sometimes God's plan seems so outrageous that we struggle to believe it. That doesn't make it any less real. If Abraham had waited until he saw the whole plan, he would have never left. Here's your challenge for click 1. Where is fear holding you back? Write it down, then ask yourself, is fear stopping me from trusting God? Click 2, pray up. Surrender the need for control. I know that's hard. I am a recovering control freak. I know. We all want certainty. We want to know that if we take the step, it will work out. But here's the truth. Trusting God means surrendering control. If we could see the whole path, we wouldn't need faith. One of the hardest prayers to pray is, Lord, I trust you, even though I don't see the way. Think about Peter walking on water. He stepped out of the boat, and as long as his eyes were on Jesus, he stayed above the waves. But the moment he focused on the storm instead of Christ, he started sinking. That's what happens when we try to control everything. We sink under the weight of our own worry. Your challenge? Spend time in prayer today. Ask God, what is one area of my life where I need to let go and trust you? Click number 3, boss up. Take the first step in faith. This is action meets faith. We can wake up and recognize where fear is holding us back. We can pray up and surrender control. But at some point, we have to move, even when we don't have all the answers. So often, we wait until we feel 100% ready before we take action. I know, I'm guilty of that. But if we wait until we have full clarity, we'll never move forward. Faith requires stepping out even when you don't see the whole picture. Think about the story of Joshua and the Israelites in the Jordan River. God told them to step into the river before the waters parted. I don't know about you, but that would have freaked me out, right? But the miracle didn't happen until they took action. Friend, if you've been struggling to trust God's plan for your life, I have something for you. The Wake Up, Pray Up, Boss Up membership is designed to help you build faith, strengthen your mindset, and take action, even when the path is not clear. And guess what? The doors are opening soon. Join the waitlist today to be the first to know when enrollment opens and get exclusive early access. There might be a little bonus in there for people on the waitlist. Go to margieruiz.com for all the details. Keep trusting, keep moving, and remember, God is always working, even when you can't see it. God bless. Bye. Thank you so much for listening. Hey, if you enjoyed the episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please share it with others, post about it on social media, shout it from the rooftops, leave a rating and a review, all the things. And to catch the latest from me, you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at margie.gp6 or go to my website at margieruiz.com and make sure to sign up for my weekly newsletter. Thanks again. I'll see you next time. Bye.